So this is Varghese Paul here. So today I will be the host for a change, and I will be interviewing Sanjana today. So yeah, we had one idea that recently in market we are like one product called ChatGPT from OpenAI is creating a lot of waves, and it's getting a lot of traction. So we thought like since Sanjana is an NLP expert and she had worked with a lot of NLP products and stuffs before, so I thought we will ask her opinion about, or her viewpoint about what exactly is this Chat GPT, or like what are the relevant other tools such as. So yeah, so as a host, I will ask my guest to introduce herself. Yeah,
Thank you.
Sanjana. Yeah.
Um, so I've been in data science since I think my undergrad days, and even in grad school, my primary focus was in natural language processing or NLP, which is what ChatGPT falls under. And when I went on into the industry, again, my primary focus was in natural language processing, and I have publications and patents around the same. So we thought, why not dissect into ChatGPT and help everybody understand what exactly is going on with it. So ChatGPT basically is a language model, and language models are used to sort of generate text. So, for example, Google Translate that we use is based on a language model, meaning you input a sentence and it generates sentence in another language for you. And likewise, summarization is also language model. For example, when you do Google search and you want like a conclusive answer, for example, what are the constituent chemicals of crocin or paracetamol, for example. And when you get that summarized answer on top of that Google search, that is again based on a language model, which sort of fetches resources or text from various sources and summarizes them and gives you an answer. And likewise, any chat application you see is also based on language models for the most part. Like rule-based ones would be based on like it will support a given set of prompts and it will give you a given set of answers. But if it's an ML-based, a deep learning-based model, it's a language model. So this is what we call a language model. And ChatGPT is a type of language model which is optimized for chat interface, meaning it's specifically optimized to sort of give you the experience like you're talking to a human. It maintains that state, it maintains that context. So it is sort of like you start a conversation, you start an action, which is actually present in like another form of another sister or a sibling effort of ChatGPT as well. But yeah, ChatGPT is mainly for like holding a proper conversation with you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're not going to tell that this is a script generated by ChatGPT now, right?
No, this is not
Most
that.
of the
This is
videos.
all me.
Yeah, most of the videos I see, it's like the introduction they give and they tell that it's generated by ChatGPT.
Yeah, maybe if it
Yeah.
was generated by ChatGPT, it would have been like sort of mistake free and break free and like what I mentioned. But yeah.
Yeah, great. So yeah, shall we like quickly see a demo of some of the example sentences what we can put to ChatGPT? Maybe not only in like I saw that it can do like code generation and stuff. We can go with few examples of that. And like what is the where to, what is the site or link to go, what is the procedure to sign in. So if you
Okay.
can
So
show us that.
the link for this is chat.openai.com/chat.
Okay. I think we need to create an account before this, and then yeah,
Yes,
once we
you
create
have
the
to
account, it
create
will.
an account. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I hope you can see the full screen, or are you only seeing part of
Yeah.
it?
No, no, I can see the full screen. So yeah, I think we can go with some basic normal text input, I guess. We can tell like what are the popular ML libraries in Python or something. We can go with that.
Okay.
That query first.
Before I am typing that query, but before we go with that query, let's just give some, let's just look at the examples that ChatGPT is also sort of like highlighting for us. For
Mm-hmm.
example, explanation type of queries like,
Mm-hmm.
like summarization basically. And then like
Mm-hmm.
got any creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday, this can actually hold a conversation with you. And then, of course, it is very much optimized for like code generation. They would have had to train on massive repositories of code for this. So all of these are some of the examples, and they're mentioning that capabilities are also part of it is to train
Remembering.
decline decline inappropriate requests, basically remember and hold a conversation, have that context maintained throughout the session of that conversation. And
Great.
yeah, of course,
So whenever a session is opened, it is going to maintain for that particular session, or like throughout
so it is
whatever
based on
query.
reinforcement learning, and the point of reinforcement learning is to actually sort of be able to accomplish a sequence of actions. So I do think some sort of state is maintained, and more importantly, when we are sort of contrasting ChatGPT against the previous line of GPT or even until GPT-3, the difference here is just how it's specific. It's made specific to chat, and it's sort of like in chat there is no right answer, right? There is no like a single right answer. There are many ways in which you can respond. So over here, the reinforcement learning comes from the idea that there can be several responses possible for a given question, and how can I maximize reward, because reinforcement models learn to maximize rewards, and there is actually a human in the loop involved, meaning a human labeler or a human annotator who will help rank the responses accordingly. So whatever we're doing right now is potentially going into that training set as well, where all of the responses will be ranked, and the ChatGPT will learn to give the best response possible through reinforcement learning. So let me start with the very first prompt, which is what are the popular ML libraries out there?
Great. It is unlike Google search, it is like giving one definite answer. This is all you need to know. You
Yeah.
know, need to go for multiple sources and figure out what are the other things. And I think you
Correct.
can use this answer in interviews as well, I guess, right away.
Yeah, it's
So,
actually very surprising the amount of data that must have gone into training all this so that it gives this much of a complete answer.
yeah. Right.
That being said,
So,
I have also noticed some deficiencies. For example, I work in the healthcare domain right now, and when I asked ChatGPT something in the healthcare domain, it was not necessarily able to give the answer, whereas GPT-3 was able to provide the answer for the same. So the training modes are different for ChatGPT and GPT-3. GPT-3 might be more optimized for use cases such as summarization, giving a definitive answer, or for language translation and such. But ChatGPT is very good when you want to like actually have like a very informed personal assistant with you. And this is also like not a released version, so there's always scope for improvement, and everything we find right here. For example, if something is not turning out right now, that will go into the human in the loop labeling to get ranked properly, to get the response adjusted properly, and that will again be taken into account for
yes. So we will go with some coding example next. So can you come up with some any coding example which you go with your day-to-day life? Let's say let's go come up with some complex coding question like give an example for Kubernetes containerization like that. Maybe that may be like that's not very easy like the previous question, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if it can come up with at least a snippet of thing Kubernetes.
Containerization.
I think it should autocorrect itself.
It's thinking.
Yeah, first it needs to autocorrect and then it needs to.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
think
came.
I typed containerization correct. So it's not a
Yeah,
code snippet, but a configuration file. So there was a little bit of a an ambiguous or like not so
yeah.
correct.
Here it's like even to understanding the context of the question for
Yeah.
humans itself, it is a bit difficult.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
machine, it understood from multiple contexts. It understood, okay, they may be meaning a configuration here, or maybe a code snippet here. Maybe if we had specified any programming language, it might have come up with a code. Since we just kept like example code snippet, it didn't
Yeah,
understood
and I
correctly
think
like it's a
because
program or
for
something.
deployment, it's usually config file over like any sort
Uh,
of code snippet. So I think it understood that right.
mm-hmm.
And one
Cool.
more thing I remembered while it's generating stuff word by word is that um,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bit of a difference between BERT and these GPT models.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that, so for that, I have to start from actually sequence models like LSTM. So LSTMs basically give some respect for that sequence of words, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
word one and then word two and then word three, only process them in that order. And their
Mm-hmm.
problem was basically parallelization was not possible, and also they were taking up a lot of memory, which is why the transformer and attention based models came up, like BERT and GPT. But even within BERT and GPT, there's a little bit of difference in that here GPT still tries to respect that order of words rather than generating
Mm-hmm.
all words at once. It generates first word, second word, and then actually takes them into account to generate the further words as well. That's why you're seeing this solid grammar and semantics being present. So
Mm-hmm.
that's actually something to note here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. I think, yeah, we will have a deep dive into those birds and other language models also in separate videos as well, I guess, because those look like very interesting topics when it comes to NLP space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think our second question about some complex question about Kubernetes containerization also, it came up with an answer here. So maybe for the sake of one programming question, I think we should ask something. I think maybe in other language programming language we can ask, maybe in Java or something, maybe multi-processing, multi-threaded code in Java example. No, you don't. We don't need to put code snippet every time, right? We need to test it like just give a multi-threading code in Java. Mm, example or something. Ah, yeah, they should find.
It's not like the when I pressed enter, it's because it's not finished with the previous example. Do you see that the container exposes more than
Oh,
1,000 and has it's still stopping there? It's trying to generate something. So I'm
we
not able
broke
to
it.
give the next. But
That's
I
nice.
had a thought, like after this Java example, I actually wanted to ask it something like completely random, like what is the meaning of life or something like that.
That way, everybody is asking that to that Google Assistant
Yeah.
Alexa every day, I guess. What is the purpose of my life? Why my friends are not replying? All stupid questions.
Yeah, so this example where it's stuck sort of generates that difference between BERT and GPT of like
Mm.
how it generates something and then uses it to generate further.
I think it broke. We will just reset the thread and go with our. You can this
I'm
next
not sure how to
question.
break it.
Reset thread in the left top corner. There's a reset thread is there.
Oh, okay.
I think that may work. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we try here. Or is their server is too busy currently and because
That has
everybody is
actually
trying.
happened. Somebody from OpenAI put up a tweet actually saying, I've been watching my team put out so many fires this week. So I'm pretty sure they're like sort of overwhelmed with the response to
Yeah,
this.
this is they need to think about a Google search level of scaling, I guess currently.
Yeah.
Everybody is trying out.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he's
OpenAI in general is very famous for these language models and just the overall pioneering
mm,
in deep learning and
mm,
machine learning in general, even with they even have like image GPT, just so many
mm.
progresses
Yeah,
they've
yeah, there are
made.
so many libraries there for so many years they exist, I guess. But
Yeah, but
this
ChatGPT
is
is
the first
something.
time, even from outside tech community, people got interested in this thing, I guess, because it was able to write scripts. If you can ask, like, come up with a short story or write a script for something or anything outside the tech, also it was able to come up with answer. I think that was the very attractive feature about the thing which got it much famous, I
Yeah.
guess. So we
Yeah.
can next try out with some other non-programmatic questions also, and we can check maybe anything related to music, story, or
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
you
write
told
a
right.
song. Maybe ask it to write a song about the meaning of life.
That would be great. Yeah, it would be like just not just an answer. It would be like a poem
Yeah.
or a song. Let's see how it is responding. I think yeah, the multi-threaded example in Java is completed and great for beginners who wants to learn any programming language, any examples. They can just go through instead of Google search and go to multiple links. They can take here and get the overall context. It may not be 100% completely relevant, I guess. There could be mistakes, but the core keywords and function names, everything, I think we can use it, I guess. It is a much better approach than a Google search,
Yeah.
especially when we are programming in a day-to-day life, I guess. I think yeah, that's so slow. It's yeah, everybody's probably trying out, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you may need to reset thread tab for every question, I guess.
Especially these questions are like a little bit more complex. So compared to like just listing out the
Just normal, yeah.
yeah.
That would be like normal text. Simply,
Hmm.
I think only text document it is inputting. This is, I'm think suspecting they are scraped the entire code blocks and source code somewhere and
Should
created
I
that, I
say
guess.
write a poem or should I say write a song?
Uh, song would be.
So while it comes up with the song, so like Varghese and I were discussing, ChatGPT is sort of like the first time that it reached worldwide, even outside the tech community. So far, like the GPT variants such as GPT-3, Text Davinci, and all of them were still available for use, but required at least a little bit of coding or wrapping around
Mm.
the available functionality. This is the first time it's been open, like a personal assistant that you can interact with. That's also why they're putting up a lot more fires, but they also get to collect a lot of training data and like validation data this way. And since
See,
it's been open like this to even people outside tech community, there's this general idea that ChatGPT is going to replace people. Uh, but yeah, uh,
yeah, that was another next question I was about to ask. Like, how many field it is like mimicking? How many people are like may not lose jobs, but I think it will be like since machine are able to do the simple task, we humans need to learn much better, bigger task, complex task, and move to the next phase, I guess.
yeah,
But
that is
yeah,
true. So
but
whatever
this.
it's seeing, whatever it's able to replicate, or whatever it's able to generate, these are generative models, is
Mm,
based on what it's trained by, what it's been exposed to. So as
mm.
long as humans are creative with what they're doing, original with what they're doing, a machine cannot replace them because it's entirely dependent on training data.
See,
And
but
that
it sorted out the meaning of life.
yeah, that is true.
Meaning
So
of
it's
life
even
is a
saying like
journey.
verse one, verse two, chorus, bridge. I'm not
I
sure
don't
what
even
bridge is.
understand. Somebody with artistic community or who knows what a verse or chorus is, please come and comment in this video. And yeah, if you want lyrics or something, you can use ChatGPT. There's a new lyricist in town now. Guys can go explore.
Yeah, and there's also, I think,
Yeah,
a feedback loop that they have here. You can either give a thumbs up or thumbs down and additional feedback.
yeah. I think everything is a thumbs up so far. It's like mind blowing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think a couple of more examples. Can you think of like anything outside tech? So this is about you can say an artistic way
Should
of
we sort of try something
poem and
like
song.
medical advice and see if it's giving it,
Huh.
or is it, sort of being cautious and saying I'm not supposed to give medical
Yeah,
advice?
that's a good idea. Yeah, we can try.
Yeah.
Reset the thread. Maybe it will.
No, I think this is
It may
finished.
die.
Not, it doesn't have that cursor in it.
Okay.
Oh, should I say what tablet or what drug? Let me say tablet.
No, go with tablet only.
What tablet should I take for stomachache?
Okay. Is then give space between stomach and egg. See,
It is not
it is
advisable
like
to self-diagnose and self-medicate for stomachache. Yeah, I think
I
this
think
is
we should put
good.
the same question in Google and see what it is replying.
It will definitely give you a list of medicines
I
for
can,
that.
we should definitely try to open a new tab and search for what tablet should I take for just for fun, maybe.
Okay.
Just for comparison between, I would call it as a new Google, a new advanced Google. See how to treat. There's a lot of people coming and telling. Yeah,
But
but
yeah, this is from WebMD. So like Google is just directing us to others. It's not
directing
taking
towards.
uh
Yeah, that's it's much more. It is giving us some answer. There it is being playing safe and telling that don't self-diagnose and put yourself in
yeah.
danger. Yeah, yeah, you can. We can go to that. So, any other queries which comes to your mind, or yeah, people who are watching, you guys can comment out what and all queries you have. You want us to try, we can try, and we will give you the answer. Or if you want, you guys can go try it out and share the screenshot in this thread. So it will be like other people in the same community who is watching also can see what are the interesting things it can come up with, so that it will be like we can explore more and more about this one particular product and its capabilities, I guess. So what other thing, any other questions you have? Any one last question we can try, maybe? Anything? Um, maybe like,
Um,
maybe should we?
should we search for your name or like your data HQ's name? Um,
Yeah, I think
Also,
we
I do
can.
think that Data HQ is very recent and they have like a cutoff, I think, of how much data
Mm,
they've collected. So maybe we'll search your name only. Sorry.
what is Varghese Paul? Nice. Uh, huh. Information about specific individuals. Maybe we should try with some famous personality. Go with like who is Cristiano Ronaldo or somebody. Uh, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, now
Ah,
it gets
yeah, he is coming. Is he not an individual? Why is he?
Hmm. He's a
Yeah.
celebrity, like so. So
Ah,
give up
nice.
data rights when you're a celebrity.
Great. Maybe we should try your name then.
No, I'm not a celebrity. So.
Maybe Sundar Pichai we should try. Uh, let's see if it is. He should also come, I guess. Yeah. Oh, whoever is having Wikipedia page is coming up. I am thinking,
Yeah.
suspecting. I will go create a Wikipedia page for myself. Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay, then I think maybe we can wind up this session about GPT, and maybe we should like have other sessions about other latest models and happening things in the data science world. I think the data science is like so far more in a research model phase. Now it is coming like in a more in a production and useful way. I think whenever I am going to code in a daily way, if I get stuck somewhere, I forgot some functions or something, like any existing function name, I will definitely go there and I will search here. It is going to give me right away the answer I need. What is the whatever functions I am using in my day-to-day life in Python or whatever. And if I wanted to learn something new also, let's say something regarding to Azure or Kubernetes, anything, Kubernetes or anything, it is right away giving the example code snippet. I am more of a hands-on person rather than reading a lot about it. I would just read a little bit about it and do hands-on. For me, this looks like a very great place to explore. Yeah, and in the future, I think I will interview Sanchana more about other similar kind of libraries and stuff which is happening in data science and get expert opinion from her and other people as well. So yeah, mm, you can give the ending note and ask
All right.
everyone to like, follow and subscribe, I guess.
So yes, like, follow and subscribe, and if you're an expert yourself, reach out to us so that we can be the bridge for you to give back to the community your knowledge and your experience. So thank you everyone, and thanks for watching.
Thanks everyone. Bye.